Yeah, Doneasy TV is in your ears. So pay close attention. Relax, let me ease your mind. Sit back and recline, enjoy this ride. I'm about to get deep. You're now tuned in to Doneasy TV. Doneasy TV. In life, we always complain and complain and complain, but we never sit back and think that it can always be worse. Like the job you work at, you complain about it, you complain about the people at it, but if you didn't have a job, you'll be sitting back wishing you had a job. Remember, it can always be worse. Like for me, I always sit back and complain about mines, but then I think about the brighter side. I only got to drive 3 miles to get to my job. It could always be worse. I could be driving 15, 20, 30 miles just to get a damn check. I remember doing that, driving 15, 20 miles just to get a check, stuck in traffic, man. So it can always be worse. I can be outside in the hot weather shoveling horse manure. So it can always be worse. I'm sitting in the AC, man. I'm sitting in the AC, and I always got to check myself. Every time when someone gets on my nerves at my job, I always got to remember it can always be worse. I can be making minimum wage. It can always be worse. Just like the place I stay at. I never complain about the place I'm at, but a lot of people would complain. You know what I mean? Because it's just a single, 1 room, kitchen and the bathroom and the closet. But it's just me. So that part, I really don't complain because it's just me. I got my own space, so I feel like I'm in a mansion. You can only be at 1 room at one time anyway. But every now and then, it might creep in my head like, dang, you know, I wish I was in a big old house. But then I think about it. I can always be homeless too. It can be worse, and I can be homeless. I can be riding on that train or bus, living on that bus and train, or living in a car. It can always be worse. I can be living under a damn freeway overpass. It can always be worse, man. I could be staying with somebody and I'm short on my money into a month or two, and I gotta live with their rules. So it could always be worse. Just like the car you drive. Like me, I drive a bucket. I never complain. I never complain because you know what? It can always be worse. I can be on the damn bus. I can be on the damn train, getting to work, having to ride, being susceptible to all this COVID going around. So you got to always realize it can always be worse. The food that you eat, yeah, you're probably getting tired of eating certain things, but you got to remember, it can always be worse. You can be starving and having no money. Just like the money that you don't have in your bank account. Just the little money you do have, you got to be thankful for the money that you do have in your bank account because it can always be worse. You can have no money. No money. Physical things, we look at ourselves and be like, dang. Like myself, dang, man, I wish I was a 6-footer. All the ladies like the 6-footers. I could have no legs. How about that? It can always be worse. I can be in a damn wheelchair and can't walk, man. So you got to always be thinking about, yo, stop complaining. It can always be worse, man. You can have you always thinking, man, I wish I was the smartest person. But think about it. At least your brain is acting right. You can be mentally disabled. It can always be worse, y'all. It can go on and on and on and on about things that we complain about. And it can always be worse than what you're going through, man. Everything in life can always be worse. Everything. Subscribe, like, comment to Doneasy TV. Yeah.